We'll get to why Edouard Julien's trotting around without a helmet on in just a moment here, but first we got to get to the big game of the evening that had everybody's attention. Of course, I'm talking about the Cedar Rapids Kernels game, the playoff game. You thought I was talking about the Vikings? No, we're not talking about no Vikings on here. Cedar Rapids Kernels, Corey Lewis gets the start for him if you missed it on Member Monday. I've shared some of my awards for the year. He's my starting pitcher of the year in the minor leagues for the Twins this year. They're going with mustache powers in this one. A bunch of the Kernels guys had mustaches, and it worked. Take note, everybody. Twins. I mean, maybe that's what beats the streak. Anyway, Kalai Rosario with a great catch up against the wall, crashing into the wall. A guy who I've kind of drugged through the mud about his defense. Huge play here. Makes a great catch. Respect. Put some respect on that man. Lewis pitched well, but it was a short outing. A short outing for him. 4 innings pitched, 1 run, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 66 pitches. I'm not sure. They didn't really announce why he came out early, but I imagine, they're just kind of trying to take it easy on him as the season ends. But it didn't matter because in the bottom of the 4th, Cedar Rapids got it going. You see a Luke Keishel single, and Noah Cardenas gets a double on this. He doubles on this play. Hustle double for Noah Cardenas, the catcher. And he's fired up. That gets everybody going, I think. That's what did it. But again, that was Noah Cardenas. Jose Salas gets a hit to tie it up here. So the Kernels on the board. They've been trailing 1-0 up until this point. This is all the bottom of the 4th inning. And then longtime Kernel Jeferson Morales hits a bullet, a 3-run home run, and he is fired up. Morales, who spent part of the last 3 seasons in Cedar Rapids, listed at 5'8", but I'm not even sure he's that tall. Just a mighty mouse, guy who packs a punch. That was a blast. And they kept going. Carson McCusker gets a single here, and Noah Miller, known much more for his glove at shortstop than his bat, he hits a 2-run home run. So it is a 6-run bottom of the 4th inning. So that was also part of probably why Corey Lewis came out. They gave him a big cushion. They could go to the bullpen. You see here, Jarrell Ortega adds another impressive home run out of the stadium there in Cedar Rapids to make it 7-2. McCusker back up with 2 men on. He hits a blast about a foot shy of being a home run right there, but drives in 2 more. So a big-time offensive output. Cedar Rapids wins 9-4, surviving, forcing a deciding Game 3 tomorrow night. So be on the lookout for that. Back to the Twins, and Edouard Julien hit this ball so hard his helmet flew off. And that gave everybody kind of a flashback of, you remember Eduardo Nunez, former Twins All-Star Eduardo Nunez. His helmet flew off just all the time. He's the new Ed. It was Ed, and Eddie back then, and we've got Edward. Maybe we should call him Eduardo, these shades of Nunez. But he homers, Lewis homers, and that was nice because the Twins lineup altogether was very quiet in the early going of this game. Matt Wallner kind of breaks it open. It's 2-0 in the 7th inning. Wallner hits a 2-run single to make it 4-0, and from then on the Twins just piled on. They win 10-2 over Chicago, a mess of a White Sox team. Multiple hits for Kirilloff, Wallner, multiple on base for Julien, Kepler, Lewis, and then Kyle Farmer also homered in this one, not pictured. Carlos Correa had the day off, so Farmer was at shortstop. And that was all in support of Kenta Maeda, who had a tremendous start. 7 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, and only 1 walk. Gave up 2 runs, threw 105 pitches. That was maybe the most surprising thing to me about this one. Kenta, who, of course, coming off a lot of missed time, getting a little bit up there. Season coming to a close here, and he's up there at 105 pitches tonight. A good showing from him. Always a competitive spirit, always a guy on his game. Kenta Maeda there again in his line. And then Josh Winder and Brent Hedrick were the guys to finish this off with clean innings out of the bullpen. Twins won by 8 runs. Twins are up in the division by 8. The elimination number is 8. And we're moving over to the minor league rundown. The Saints and Winsford were both in action, but I didn't pull highlights from those games. Was just having too much fun watching the Kernels. Those mustachioed Kernels stay alive. But there again was Corey Lewis's line from this evening. Notable hitting performances. Jair Camargo hit his 19th home run for the Saints of the season in a 3-hit night. He's a catcher. Larry Solari also had a nice game for the Wind Surge. But that Jeferson Morales home run was the shot of the night for sure. Huge for them. There are the results. Saints lose. They're kind of in a tailspin right now. The Wind Surge wins. So they're kind of hanging on to dear life in their division. And the Kernels survive another day. Thanks for watching this one. Thanks to all the channel members. Really appreciate the support. These are the premium members. We'll talk again soon.